The whole point of this deck is that we use Greasefang Okiba boss as a way to reanimate our vehicles, where it will put the vehicle back in the battlefield, give it haste. We still have to crew the vehicle, but with Greasefang's power of 4, he can crew basically any vehicle that we're using. And our goal is that we end out tossing a whole bunch of our vehicles into our grave with things like Thirst for Knowledge, or even Tezzeret's ability, and be able to get them back with Okiba's ability. Now granted, our vehicles are very expensive that we can just regularly cast these anyways, but the main advantage that we get is that we can actually, play Esika's Chariot back from our graveyard after we discarded it. So we get to enter battlefield trigger Esika's Chariot. We can crew it up, attack with it, and if people block and kill it, it's fine, because Greasefang will be able to reset it once more. If they don't block and kill it, it goes back to our hand at the end step, and we can replay it and get more cats. So that's one of the main advantages that we're doing here. To help us get to the idea, we do have things like Surgehacker Mech, where it enters the battlefield. It'll deal twice the number of vehicles in form of damage to any creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. And it is a 5/5 menace with a crew requirement of 4. So our Greasefang is still able to crew it, same with our Hotshot Mechanic. The deck does look like it doesn't have a whole lot of things to crew our vehicles, and that's true. But we do run things like the Blackstaff of Waterdeep, so that way we can actually animate our vehicles into creatures. So for 1 blue and 1 of any color, we tap it, and target creature target non-token artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact, as long as Blackstaff of Waterdeep remains tapped. Activate only as a sorcery. And we may choose not to untap the Blackwater staff. So the Blackstaff of Waterdeep. The advantage of this is that we can just animate any of our vehicles and just make them permanently a creature. We also have a similar ability with Tezzeret's ability of a -2, same way to just keep one of our vehicles active. Now, we are running the Mobilizer Mech also, so that way if we crew this vehicle, we can actually crew another vehicle at the same time, not needing creatures for crewing to animate all of our vehicles. Another way to also animate our vehicles, we have the Mech Hangar. Now, important thing to make note of, Tezzeret, Mech Hangar, and Blackstaff do not count as crewing the vehicle. So, Mobilizer Mech won't trigger off these. But one of the things you can do is, you could animate something like the Bankbuster through the Mobilizer Mech. And then you can crew, have it use its ability to automatically activate any of the other vehicles that are on board. So there's advantages to that. We do run the Sweeper Farewell, because this is a hard answer to anything that we might come across, and since we can choose which things we're answering, we may choose to actually keep all of our vehicles. We can get rid of all the enchantments, creatures, and if needed, graveyards. We try to avoid exiling the graveyards if we can, because again, we are trying to reanimate with Greasefang. That's a general rundown of the deck. We'll go ahead and hop into some games and see how well this works. Alright, this actually seems like a decent hand to keep. It's a little awkward because we don't have anything really put on the board, but the Thirst for Knowledge are really good. So we're probably against the Dragons deck. Oh, blue-green. Alright, Shigeki for our opponent. We thankfully have an answer for Shigeki in the form of Portable Hole. And we'll just pass it back. Oh, we're not putting another Blackstaff of Waterdeep on the board because it is a legendary artifact. The only downside to it, and one of the reasons why we're only running 2 copies. Sadly, we just drew both copies. We draw the Greasefang, but we don't have a black source yet, fortunately. That's an awkward draw, but thankfully we can discard Blackstaff here. I'd say it's an awkward draw because we still need to draw our 4th land. If we don't draw a land, our goal is to activate another Thirst for Knowledge, try to find another land. Maybe play out a Hotshot Mechanic depending on the type of land we draw. Alright, no land. So, Thirst for Knowledge. We'll discard one of our mechanics. And I guess we'll bring this out on green. That way, if we draw the Esika Chariot, we can play it. Next turn, we'll try to bring out the Prototype and Mobilizer Mech. Start getting a board presence going. That way, the turn after, we can play the Hotshot Mechanic. Use it to crew this, which will crew that. We'll lead with Prototype, because I think Prototype's a more important thing to get on board. So if they have a like Spell Pierce effect, we can get it to resolve. Alright, Quandrix Command. Go for the Mobilizer Mech. Alright, Mech resolves at least. If you're not sure what Quandrix Command does, it allows them to return target creature or planeswalker back to the hand, counter target artifact or enchantment spell, place 2 counters on a creature, or target player shuffles up to 3 cards from their graveyard into their library. And that is the worst card for us to come across, as it counterspells a lot of our cards. Alright, so we go for Greasefang. We can move to combat. Gets that. Through here. There's actually no reason to attack with Prototype, but we are going to anyways. The reason why I'm attacking with Prototype is if they block and kill it, we can reanimate it again with Greasefang. And we don't go for the Hotshot Mechanic because Jin-Gitaxi's ability will counter the spell. So our goal next turn is play the Hotshot Mechanic for the first turn counter spell, and then we play the Surgehacker Mech to kill Jin-Gitaxis after combat. So, move to combat. Crew. We're going to use this token to crew. Going to submit 0 here. Not entirely sure what the opponent has in hand. But whatever spell they play, they'll get a copy of it, so I'm a little worried about what they're going to cast here. Yep, I know that this will counter the artifact there. But that's why we went for Surgehacker Mech after. And this will deal 6 damage, getting rid of Jin-Gitaxis unless they have a response. Alright, so they use Sky Turtle to bring Gitaxis back. I'm going to activate this, put it on Surgehacker Mech. Now we don't have to actually crew the mech, and it can swing in as a 4/4 menace body. Now, his ability to counterspell the first artifact we go for isn't a problem because we can play the prototype Prodigy. It gets counterspelled and... okay. Well, that's not the worst that can happen. Because we can hit the board with most of our stuff pretty easily. Put that on black. Still gonna portable hole, get rid of Shigeki. Let's get this back on board. Let's get this back on board. And we'll put that back on board. Now, we do present the fact that we're going to take potentially a lot of damage here from the opponent, because they can animate either one of these and swing in. But I think they're going to replay Jin Kataxis here. Alright, first go for Greasefang. A little worried about playing this and hitting a counterspell, so we're just going to go for Surgehacker Mech. We know it gets counterspelled, but that's fine. Move to combat. Get rid of Jin Kataxis. Crew up. Crew here. We get in for the attacks. We will go ahead and animate the prototype here, and just hold it back as an extra blocker. This way, if the opponent does something that's like gets rid of this token and they can animate, try to go for lethal, we still have a second blocker here. I think animate and try to attack in with this and a land. We're just fine with dealing with the double block. Like one block against one thing, one block against another, so I mean. Hey Rishia, how things going? Things are going fine. We just started up. We are just playing some fun, casual vehicles here. Not in the ranks queue at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and block here. We're against someone's Simic Ramp style deck, where they're playing a Cyclone Summoner here, and as well as these Jin Kataxises. Alright. Jin Kataxis back on board, but that's not an issue, I don't think. Alright, so untap that. So play the portable hole, get it counterspelled. Go for the Surgehacker Mech. I know Surgehacker Mech's not going to kill it here, but I'm just doing this that way I can apply a little pressure. Alright, so they're going to Fading Hope their own Jink attacks, even though that's not going to be killing it. Where's the other one going? Alright, so we can actually replay Greasefang, so that's not a problem. Alright, Greasefang back out. Animate. They actually, I think, missed lethal because I foolishly did something in the wrong order. Because if I screwed up before the attack, this would be swing for 3, that would swing for 1, and then I could use Blackstaff, animate this, swing in, not replay Greasefang. So that would have been lethal, because that would have been that one more point of damage we missed. Since the opponent was tapped out, we didn't have to worry about the interaction, so yeah, that was a mistake. We do have the opponent down to 1. Unfortunately, we can't crew Surgehacker Mech with this token because this only counts as power 3 for crewing. This requires power 4. So there is a small chance the opponent can get us with lethal, but it requires them having another Fading Hope. We take the jump block. No reason to risk any damage being taken, because if they have another Cyclone Summoner, it'd be a problem. Okay, so they're gonna bounce that, replay it. That's not so bad. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of all the creatures and all the graveyards. Let's see here. Mobilizer Mech back on board, as well as Blackstaff. I think at this point we have an easy way to win this. The opponent can't hit lethal this turn by animating lands. So we should be pretty safe. Yep, and opponent has scooped it up. There we go. Of course we get this kind of a hand. I'm gonna risk it. Because we can go for Mobilizer Mech pretty early. And any land we draw gives us Thirst for Knowledge, which can help us dig for that white source for Greasefang. Alright, black, white, green with a Fleeting Spirit. This is a completely different deck than I'm familiar with. Gotta say, it feels a little awkward that we don't have the land draw there. Here, since we were on the draw, we'd be able to at least hit the land, but let's hopefully get it this turn. Of course. I take the rank, I take that one gamble, bam, get punished. Alright, so Restoration of Egonjo. There we go, we got the land. Let's see here. What do we want to do? We can always discard a card to protect that. So let's just Search for some knowledge. Set up the turns. Discard Surgehacker Mech. Fortunately, we have to discard another card anyways. We'll make it a Hotshot Mechanic. So, with this, we'll be able to play Greasefang out there, reanimate the mech, have it potentially get rid of this spirit. Oh my gosh, the lands draws have been terrible. Wow, main board? Rude. Alright, yeah, we can't win. Alright, we at least have the lands for playing these. So we have answers for early game. We can give this one a shot. Alright, drawing another land is good. The only drawback is we don't have the black source for Greasefang. At least we have the green mana for the Chariot here. Alright, don't like Thalia, so we're going to portable hold it. Yeah, I probably should put that on a blue source, but I think we'll be fine with double white. Alright, I got the Mech Hangar. That solves mana problems. I'm playing the portable hold just that way Brutal Cathar doesn't flip. I know it doesn't hit anything. But now we'll be able to play the Esika's Chariot out there. And we're fine if Esika's Chariot dies because we can get it back with Greasefang. And we also do have backup Chariot in hand as well. The fact that they got the Luminarch Aspirant just now is very annoying because they can put that on there, this can attack in, and we don't get to kill anything. Alright, we just block and kill the 2 tokens. On blue, bring up Tezzeret, animate this, now if the opponent wants to kill Tezzeret, they're going to have to take some sacrifices here, if they're attacking to kill it. Alright, Thalia's attacks might not matter anymore. It's just late enough that we should be good on our mana sources. But the attack still hurts. Alright. Let's go for the plus. Discard Mobilizer Mech. Bring out Greasefang. And with this, we'll brew up. And we're going to attack in. I understand Esika's Chariot's going to die here, but the goal is we're going to create more tokens off the Chariot being able to loop. for us to get partners now. So this is going to be very hard for us. I think the only way for us to really win is by attacking them through the air at the moment. But we need to get our sweeper. We don't want to sweep ourselves, but it's our best answer at the moment. Oh, Surgehacker Mech. That's actually great. We're just going to play this. Get rid of partners. Oh no, I did that. I did that too early. I screwed up. I made a mistake. Discard this, because going for bodies. Go to combat, get this back. Animate. Oh. Attack. It dies again, but we're just looping this. Getting a whole bunch of cats. So unless the opponent can develop trample, we will be able to keep generating blockers. Actually, that's a problem. I kind of want to get our Surgehacker Mech killed, so that way we can play something on board and then reanimate it to get rid of the partners here. Well, thank you, opponent. You did what I was hoping you would do. Oh, that's actually a really good draw. Let's plus. Discard a Mobilizer Mech. Bring up Chariot. Move to combat. Bring back Surgehacker Mech. Get rid of partners. And let's see, we actually can crew this and attack with it. If they block and kill it, it's fine. If not, we're at least getting 5 damage through. But if they go for a double block, we'll be able to kill at least one of their blockers. Alright. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just double checking how much mana we have. If we weren't being taxed by Thalia, we could actually double Surgehacker Mech, but how many cards do we have left? Yeah, 39. I don't usually get his ultimate off, where you get an emblem, whenever something you control becomes tapped, we get draw cards. But yeah, no, the opponent made a mistake using Hopeful Initiate to destroy our Surgehacker Mech, and that caused them to lose that. Most people don't play against a vehicle, so the lines aren't as obvious on what you should and should not do. Alright, this actually seems like a pretty capable hand. I don't remember seeing this pet. That looks pretty cool. Is that the new one for the new set? Alright, Portable Hole, get rid of the Visitor. Bring Beach down because it's gotten a little more flexibility on its colors. I mean, we technically could have just brought down the Swamp. Alright, getting lots of farewells is not terrible, but we need other cards to play before them, like to make sure we can get to surviving to the point to play them. One great thing about playing against the enchantment deck is, with a Farewell, we can just name enchantments and hit almost all of their relevant cards. This is one of the few creatures that we would have to actually name to get off the board. Alright, we're just going to hold back on the blocks here. Opponent seems to have been stuck on their lands. Unfortunate for them. With this Naturalist, though, reducing their mana cost by 1, they could probably still play a fair number of their cards. Alright. They should be able to hit a land now, right? They had a couple extra draws. Alright, Arena of Might. That's unfortunate. Because this means that this only blocks and soaks 1 point of damage. If we draw a green source, we're definitely playing a Esika Chariot just to create the ability to block here and soak damage. I say no blocks. Alright, we do hit the green source. So, thanks to Esika's Chariot, we have chump blockers. We'll even actually crew up the Chariot and use it as a part of a block, I think. Oh, opponent, you're going to feel really mad at me once I do this Farewell. Alright, so we will go ahead and crew. I'm not going to kill that, I'm just going to block it. The reason why I'm not killing it is so that way we can use Farewell, just say everything in play. But before that, let's see, we technically get at least 1 point of damage through by doing this. So we'll go for this. I say 1 point because Jukai Naturalist will lifelink them. Oh, they don't block at all. Unfortunate, opponent. So, exile all creatures and all enchantments. And we have another Farewell here, so we're actually sitting pretty good. The opponent's lack of early mana is really hurting them. Still have to worry about the opponent like getting a showdown with Scalds and just being able to repopulate the board. Right, there's a red source that they finally got, so the showdown with Scalds is a viable card option for them now. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just Farewell this. It's a little too risky having him on the board with that ability to just multicast and maybe get lethal there. Alright. So, we need a portable hole on transients. Because this is the one that just default comes with trample. Before that, let's thirst for some knowledge. Tap it. Let's see, since that's a black blue in our hand, let's tap it like this. Decline. Discard, discard. Still play Portable Hole, get rid of this one. Play our land and pass. It's a tough spot we're in. Alright, seems like the opponent's now just flooding. That's good for us, because they went from missing their land drops to now just hitting nothing but land drops. Alright. I'm just going to play Surgehacker Mech to get the Visitor off the board. Fortunately, we are just a mana short from being able to play Tezzeret at the same turn, but we'll take it. Alright, they're runamiting their own land just to get the card draw. Alright. I should have held that land first. But let's grip this and start getting in some beats. Great thing about Tezzeret's ability is it turns things into 4/4s unless they're a vehicle, in which case it maintains the vehicle stats. So Surgehacker Mech stays as a 5/5. And the opponent has scooped it up. Alright. So vehicles taking down the Naya enchantment deck. So that's actually really good. Deck's actually performing better than I was expecting. It's a little awkward that we don't have any white sources. I'm going to hit the mulligan button here. Alright, this is much better. Still awkward because of the land count, but it's still a better hand. Alright, we'll put that on the bottom. Against red, I think we need to maybe go for the mechanic right away. Nah, I think we just... play this on white. Portable Hole, get rid of battery. Next turn we can play the mechanic. We really need a land in a really bad way. I'm gonna block. That's dangerous. I did hit the land. We go for the Prodigy's prototype. This way we can go for Greasefang. Well, actually, we probably should just thirst for knowledge, put that in our graveyard. That way we could have attacked with it. We'll go for Greasefang. Oh, it's still the same idea. This at least stays on board this way. Alright, but it does hit a playable card off that. Right, Mech Hangar is good. Get Greasefang to the board. We have to get Chandra out of here. Fortunately, I can start animating these and swinging in. Wow, that is a heck of a draw, opponent. Alright. I think we're dead. I don't think there's really a whole lot we can draw here that gets us out of this. Ooh. I take it back. We found what we needed. Let's see, so we discard this. Move to combat. Crew. This will give us a whole lot of tokens for defending. And we have this also be able to be animated to defend for us as well. Now we're still very much dead to the opponent potentially just throwing lots of burn at our face. Opponent's deciding to move to combat first. We will crew in response. Thanks to Etchings of Kumano, though, if Prototype were to die in this combat, it won't go to the graveyard. It'll just get exiled. We'll attempt to block like this. So we end up actually dealing with both of the threats. That's fine. Ogre's Oni Helm. That shouldn't be much of an issue. This only requires crew of 2, so... I'm gonna hold Greasefang back as a potential blocker here. So we actually can block all of these. I'm gonna use Chariot to block, just in case they have the burn spell here to kill us. It's okay. Seems that we're rounding the corner against Mono Red Burn. Down to 4. I really need to probably find a way to get Life Gain into this deck. Alright, let's see here. Go for Esika's Chariot. Keep the original. Through. Fine with using these tokens since we're going to generate more. Since we're going for damage, we're just going to crew up everything. Keep the original. Alright. So we have the opponent dead next turn. Question is, can the opponent kill us? Alright, play with fire, 2 to face. That's not it. We get there. Whew.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch in the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.